Okay, Avinesh Ramzan has a question for you, Skip. He says, we may sound like we're on repeat, but one concern for the West Indies T20 has been strike rotation or lack thereof. You have said in the past that it is a work in progress. How much work has been done in that regard? And if so, how confident are you that that area is covered going into the tournament?
A lot of work has been done behind the scenes. The guys have, worked tirelessly, to get to a point, where we are right now, trying to cover, all bases. As I continue to say, and I've said before, is that, we try to keep our strength and work on our weakness. And we have accepted, certain things, and we have gone back behind the scenes and, try to work on that. So hopefully we can see a difference. And just not to go a step further, I'm sure, yes, you can say that in terms of the two games that we would have played, guys didn't show that sort of intent and, different things might have come out. But we in the background are very, very confident that the guys have done what is needed and, hopefully look to hit the ground running, come this first game.
Thanks, Skip. I'll ask Dean Wilson's question, and then the next question we'll actually try to bounce out to someone, as I think we have the issue sorted. Dean is asking Kieron, with such a dramatic finale to the 2016 T20 World Cup final, obviously with Carlos Brathwaite hitting those 4 sixes, do you think that that will have any bearing on tomorrow's first match, considering we're coming up against some of the same players?
In terms of personnel and bearing to say it will have a big impact, I don't think so. But it's definitely going to be the back of their minds. I thought, what Carlos did, in those 4 deliveries in that last over, it's unbelievable. And it's something that, as a team, we actually saw, last night, and it brought, goosebumps back to us. And, for us to be in that situation and get over the line, it shows that sort of never say die attitude. And, we as a team, we look forward to try to, replicate winning the entire tournament. But those sort of moments, sort of stick with us. And, hopefully we can just go out and play good cricket and get in a position and a situation where we actually in the final, so we can have some memories, as well going forward. But, I said, having said that, I don't think it'll have much bearing on the game because it's like another game of cricket. That situation was totally different, it being a final. But be that as it may, we're looking forward to coming out and show and give a good account, of ourselves.
Guys, I actually think we have enough questions here to take us through the engagement. So rather than trying to field them, I will just ask the questions that have been typed out already. Breach Modi of Sports Ride is asking, what's the update on Andre Russell, and is he available to play tomorrow?
As of right now, obviously, we have our last practice session, this afternoon. And we just have a last look and see, if we're confident, for him to take the field. He played in that warm-up game, a couple of days ago. And it was just like a trial for him because he hadn't played a cricket match in about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. So there was still some rust there for him. He still needed to be a bit confident in his mind. But I'm sure even yesterday and a couple of days before that, he has been working tirelessly behind the scenes, to be fit. So let's see what transpires in this last session. But with that being said, I think as a team, we are clear in our mind which direction, we will want to go, as opposed to, not being clear and just waiting on that individual to decide or decide his fitness from a medical point of view. So as a team, we have spoken about, different things, and let's see what happens in this last practice session here this afternoon.
Your good friend Brandon Collett from Guyana would like to know, what's the mood in the West Indies camp?
Hi, Brandon. Hope all is well. No matter what, I still love you, okay? With that being said, I think the mood is upbeat. Yes, we accept that, the 2 warm-up games would not have gone, how we wanted in terms of, scoring the amount of runs and the sort of intent that we're looking for. But, be that as it may, I think, before the guys joined the camp, with pre-IPL players joining, for that final, we had a good couple of days of, good, intense, sessions and guys understanding roles and responsibilities. And, we get a sense that the guys are up for it. The guys are just looking forward to start this tournament. And as I said, yes, we accept that we didn't do well in the warm-up games, but, be that as it may, it is what it is. We move on from that, and we look forward to tomorrow.
Leighton Levy, thanks for the questions, but I think that they both would have kind of been answered in the discourse previously. Niraj is asking, in the warm-up matches, the West Indies batsmen were struggling against spinners. What preparations have been made to deal with this with the first match of the tournament tomorrow?
I guess in terms of spinners, just a matter of backing your strengths, backing your ability, understanding the situation, knowing when we need to rotate strike, knowing when we need to use our power hitting abilities, and again, playing to our strength if we have to show that intent of hitting spin. So I think for us is a mindset, and the guys have worked tirelessly. I said I keep saying that word, but we have worked really really hard in the nets to try to understand the situation and what is actually needed. So when that bell rings, let's see if we can put it into practice. But we are really, really confident, as a bunch and as a team, and we believe in each and every individual, and we've had good chats as to what we want to accomplish. As I mentioned just now, last night we had a nice sort of get together, as a team and as a family, and it was really nice to see the upbeat faces and the smile on the guys' faces and the anxiety. Looking forward to stepping on that cricket field come the 23rd.
Gavin Richards would like to know how big of a miss is Fabian Allen?
He's a big miss for us. Obviously, he was part of our plans, throughout the entire home series. He's an exciting player. We know what he can do, with the bat, in the back end. His electricity, the way how he's electric into the field. And of course, his bowling, he has done a pretty decent job for us when he has gotten that opportunity. So yes, it is a big miss. It's very, very unfortunate for him. He's a young guy looking forward to play, I think, in his first T20 World Cup. But that is the nature of sports, and it's something that, as a team, we try to tend to bounce off pretty quickly and not let those things sort of keep us down. I thought we got an able replacement in, Akido Sign, who has done himself, a great deal of good with his performances, in CPL and in international cricket, in ODI cricket and stuff like that. He's young in his career, but he's taken on the mantle of bowling some difficult overs, previously. So let's see what he can give, to us, and we're looking forward to the performances of all our spinners, bowlers, and everyone.
Dave Ryan, I think that the skipper answered your question there at the end. So we'll move on to a question from Gassy Merrick. What is the sort of minimum or base requirement in your estimation to get out of this tough group? 2 wins, 3 wins?
I don't want to preempt anything. I just want every time that we step on the cricket field, we play a good game of cricket. This is sport, so you're going to win, you're going to lose. Obviously, every time we step onto that field, we're looking to win matches. So, for us, it will be unprecedented if we go all the way through, not losing. But, having said that, I don't want to preempt as to how many games we actually need to win to get to the group. I think it's important that we plan each and every time, and we look to execute our plans, and, hopefully the results sort of take care of itself, and we're in a position whereas, we're right on the button going into the last couple of games in the preliminary round to qualify, for the other half of the tournament.
Shilaze Saharoy is saying that with Fabian out injured, there must be some thought of bringing Mr. Sunil Narayan into the squad given his performances in the IPL. Any thoughts on that?
In terms of Sunil, obviously it's a big miss for any team. It's something that we sort of can't question. We can't question in terms of his ability and his talent and what he has achieved, not only in the IPL, what he have done in CPL, what he have done, over the years of a spinner. Maybe one of the greatest spinners to play this format, of the game. And yes, we accept it's a big miss, for us, and it's something that, as a team, we'd have liked to have. It's very, very unfortunate at this point in time. So for me, it's not a matter of trying to harp on it, but we just have to deal with what's in front of us of not having him, and try to just go on and move on, from there. So for us, it's a big miss. Sunil Narayan being one of us West Indian cricketers, doing his due all around the world, but we just have to accept the circumstances at this point in time and try to give a good account of ourselves with the 15 guys that we have here, plus the reserves.
All right, and I'll just have 2 questions to close out today's engagement. Gassy Merrick again is asking, what is the one area you would say is the greatest concern for the team currently, and what is the greatest strength of this unit?
I think in terms of concern, our biggest concern is just trying to start the tournament. The guys are anxious. The guys have been here, a while, and we're looking forward to starting the tournament. We just want to get into the, the specifics of concern. Different persons have different problems at different times. But I think as a team, I think we're pretty confident. We're confident our batting can do the job. We're confident that our bowling can do the job. And we are very, very confident in the bunch that we have in terms of the camaraderie and playing some exciting, entertaining cricket. So, for us, we're just looking to do that, and hopefully, with that being said, and we're able to sort of, perform at different times, bring smiles to the faces of the people of the Caribbean around the world who continue to support us. And if not, we will just try our best to play good games of cricket and see what the results takes of certain things you can't control. So no real concern, for us, as a team.
I don't know that this question has ever been given a straightforward answer, but it's always asked, and we'll close out today's engagement with it. Have you finalized the 11 for tomorrow?
In our minds, I think from a management perspective, we have an idea of, what we want and which personnel we want to get onto the cricket field, tomorrow. So I'm not actually going to give you it, but as I said, we are very, very clear in our minds what we want to achieve, and again, we're not going to wait sort of last minute to make sort of decisions. So we're looking forward to this game. Guys are just looking to top up, this evening, and let's get the ball rolling.
Thank you, Skipper.